Nostalgia and emotional connection. Vintage aesthetics are making a comeback as many people feel a sense of nostalgia for past decades. These styles evoke memories of simpler times, creating emotional connections to the past. Nostalgia plays a significant role in appealing to people who seek comfort and familiarity in today's fast-paced world. Sustainability and eco-consciousness. The resurgence of vintage fashion and design is closely linked to a growing awareness of sustainability. Vintage items are often recycled or repurposed, reducing waste and promoting a more sustainable lifestyle. People are choosing to buy second-hand goods to combat overconsumption, making vintage aesthetics a greener alternative to fast fashion. Unique and timeless appeal. Vintage items are often seen as unique, with designs that stand out compared to modern mass-produced goods. The quality and craftsmanship of vintage pieces are highly valued, offering a sense of individuality that mass-market products can't match. Their timeless appeal makes them highly sought after by those looking for items that won't go out of style. Rejection of mass consumerism. In a world dominated by mass-produced, disposable goods, many people are gravitating toward vintage items as a form of rebellion against consumer culture. Vintage aesthetics emphasize individuality and creativity, offering an alternative to the uniformity of modern consumerism. This shift reflects a desire for more meaningful and authentic connections to the things we own. Social media influence and trends. Social media platforms like Instagram and TikTok have contributed significantly to the revival of vintage aesthetics. Influencers and content creators often showcase vintage clothing, furniture, and decor, encouraging followers to adopt similar styles. These platforms have allowed vintage trends to reach a wider audience, making them more accessible and desirable. Retro pop culture resurgence. Movies, TV shows, and music from past decades have made a strong comeback, influencing fashion, design, and lifestyle. From the rise of 80s and 90s fashion to the revival of retro music and film, vintage aesthetics are woven into the fabric of modern pop culture. This cultural shift drives interest in the styles and trends of previous generations. Desire for quality and craftsmanship. Vintage items often come with a higher level of craftsmanship and durability compared to modern mass-produced goods. People are turning to vintage for the superior quality and attention to detail that older items possess. This appeal to lasting value contrasts with the fast wear and tear of modern, cheaply made products. Personal identity and self-expression. Vintage aesthetics allow individuals to express their personality through unique, one-of-a-kind items. People are increasingly using vintage fashion and home decor as a way to make a statement, reflecting their personal style and values. This ability to stand out from the crowd is one of the key factors behind the resurgence of vintage trends. Escaping mass production in fast fashion. As people become more aware of the negative impacts of fast fashion, vintage items offer an escape from mass-produced clothing and accessories. By purchasing vintage, consumers are avoiding the environmental and ethical issues associated with modern garment manufacturing, leading to a shift in values toward more responsible fashion choices. Aesthetic appreciation for history. Vintage aesthetics allow people to connect with history through design. Whether it's mid-century modern furniture or vintage clothing, these items reflect the cultural and historical contexts of their time. People who appreciate history and culture are drawn to vintage as a way to preserve and celebrate the past while incorporating it into their present lives.